Hi guys, karibuni sana once more to my channel. Naitwa Mesh and it's always a pleasure to host you in. Remember, goal yangu ni encourage and to see you strong. And so today's verse is going to come from the book of John, 1 John chapter 4 verse 4. I repeat, 1 John chapter 4 verse 4. And it says, "Ye are of God, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world." I repeat, ye are of God, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. So hii verse inasema, it's telling us that sisi ni watu wa Mungu. We are of God, and that means we are born of God, or we originate from God, or we are the offspring of God. So inamaanisha you have God's DNA in you. You are of God's caliber. Ye are of God. You belong to God, and that means that God anaku-own. He has ownership of you. And it says little children, and this was John. I believe this was John, and he was speaking to his flock. Remember, John was like a shepherd or a pastor to some people. Now these are the people that he was referring to. Wao sasa ni watoto wake, little children, and they are the flock of God. And so it says, and have overcome them. And I want you to see that part inamaanisha have overcome is past tense. Inamaanisha you have already overcome them. You have already defeated them. You have already conquered over them. Already conquered. So it means wewe as a believer, you are not fighting. You have already won. So your part hapa is to walk in victory and to walk in joy. You walk celebrating in victory. You walk in victory. And it says have overcome them. Them refers to your enemies. It refers to false teachings. It refers to your adversaries or opposition. And it says you have already overcome them. So it means in every battle that you are in, every battle that you are in, you have already won. You have already won. You have already won. And this is a mindset. This is an attitude. So you believe first, and then you act the way you have believed. Now it's your part to act this way, like you have already overcome them. Who are these? Your enemies or the opposition? The world, dunia hii, Satan and his demons, and your flesh. You have overcome them. Why? Because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. Inasema the one who is living in you, mwenye anaishi ndani yako, is bigger, greater than the one mwenye anaishi kwa dunia. And you know, according to, I think it's Colossians 1 verse 27, inasema Christ in us, our hope of glory. So Christ lives in you. God lives in you. Because Christ is God. So God lives in you. So it means you can hide in, or you can seek refuge. Unaweza pata usaidizi kutoka the one who lives inside of you. And so that means mashida zote uko nazo, everything that you need for life, or everything that you are pursuing for is in you. You have all the solutions that you need. They come from within you. Why? Because God lives in you. And it says, as a matter of fact, that the God who lives in you is greater, bigger. That means more powerful, much stronger, more glorious You have the higher power. You have the higher power living inside of you. And so hiyo inamaanisha there is no situation in life that is supposed to defeat a Christian. Why? Because you're the house of God and the Spirit of God lives in you. And that means that if God lives in you, then you have no reason ya kuogopa. You have no reason to fear anything or anyone, because of the one living in you, as long as you are in him. My. And it says in the next chapter, than he that is in the world. So it means there is someone, there is a spirit. I believe this refers to a spirit that lives in the world. And according to this verse, it refers to the spirit of the Antichrist, or the spirit of the devil living in the world. That's why there's a verse that I think it was Jesus. It was Jesus. Alisema, the ruler of this world is coming, and he has nothing in me, because you have already overcome him. Jesus already overcame the devil, and he now lives in you. Anaishi ndani yako. So inamaanisha you are supposed to overcome the devil. You are supposed to overcome all the demons in this world. You are supposed to overcome all the agents of Satan. You're supposed to overcome every adversary and every enemy who stands against the purposes of God in your life. So it means you are strong. You are invincible. You are